Back to the big screen top 5 must-watch movies of 2019. Hey, movie buffs! Welcome to Eskimos, your destination for all things cinema. Get those popcorn buckets ready, because we are about to embark on a thrilling cinematic adventure. From the sun-drenched streets of 1950s Hollywood to the dark alleys of Gotham City, we'll traverse genres and emotions, reliving the magic that captivated audiences worldwide. So buckle up, film fanatics, as we unveil our top 5 must-watch movies of 2019. You ready for this? Let's dive right in. Once Upon a Time, in Hollywood, a love letter to cinema. Kicking us off is none other than Quentin Tarantino, the maestro of cinematic mayhem, with his dazzling offering, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. This ain't no Kill Bill, no Inglourious Bastards. This is pure, unadulterated Tarantino love poured onto the city of dreams. Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, Margot Robbie. Talk about a trifecta of talent. Tarantino assembles a constellation of Hollywood heavyweights, and let me tell you, they deliver. The chemistry, the performances, it's electric. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood takes us on a nostalgic trip through 1950s Los Angeles. Think drive-ins, hippie culture, and the fading glory of Hollywood's golden age. It's a visual feast, a love letter to a bygone era of filmmaking. Now, this film is a slow burn, but trust me, it's worth savoring every minute. Tarantino weaves a tapestry of fact and fiction, blurring the lines between reality and the silver screen. Think what he did with history and Inglourious Bastards, but this time, it's personal. And speaking of personal, this film is deeply personal for Tarantino. It's his love letter to the city of dreams, a nostalgic ode to the era that shaped his cinematic sensibilities. You can feel his passion in every frame. Now, some critics say you need a PhD in Hollywood history to fully appreciate this film. And yeah, sure, knowing you're Sharon Tate from your Roman Polanski adds a layer, but honestly, don't overthink it. Just let the performances wash over you, get lost in the atmosphere, and enjoy the ride. Trust me, once the credits roll, you'll be itching to jump down a rabbit hole of Hollywood history. And that's why we love Tarantino. Joker, A Descent into Madness. From the sun-drenched glamour of Hollywood, we plunge into the dark, gritty underbelly of Gotham City with our next pick, Joker. Buckle up, because this ain't your daddy's Joker. Joaquin Phoenix, oh boy, Joaquin Phoenix. He doesn't just portray Arthur Fleck, he inhabits him, embodies him, becomes him. This is a performance so raw, so vulnerable, so utterly heartbreaking, it'll stay with you long after the credits roll. Joker is not your typical superhero movie. It's a character study, a slow burn descent into madness that will leave you questioning everything. This is a film that gets under your skin, that sparks debate, that forces you to confront uncomfortable truths about society. We see the world through Arthur's eyes, a world that's ignored him, abused him, and ultimately failed him. And as his grip on reality loosens, so does ours. We're right there with him, laughing one minute, horrified the next. Joker shattered the mold of comic book movies, proving that these films can be vehicles for social commentary, for exploring complex themes of mental illness, societal neglect, and the very nature of good and evil. And the debate this film sparked, was it irresponsible? Was it a masterpiece? Everyone had an opinion, and that's the mark of truly impactful cinema. It gets people talking, it challenges perspectives, it stays with you. This isn't a film you just watch, it's a film you experience. It's a punch to the gut, a gut-wrenching exploration of what happens when a society pushes its most vulnerable to the brink. So if you're looking for a film that will challenge you, that will stay with you, that will leave you breathless, then Joker is your film. Chapter 3. The Irishman mob legends on the small screen. From the grimy streets of Gotham, we journey to the mean streets of mobster-run America with Martin Scorsese's epic, The Irishman. Now I know what you're thinking. Another gangster flick? But hold on, this ain't no Goodfellas, folks. This is Scorsese at his finest, crafting a sprawling, elegiac epic that spans decades in the life of Frank Sheeran, a hitman with a lot of regrets. And who better to bring this world to life than the holy trinity of mob movie legends, Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, and Joe Pesci? Talk about a masterclass in acting. These guys disappear into their roles, aging before our eyes, their weathered faces telling stories that words never could. De Niro especially delivers a career-defining performance as the titular Irishman haunted by his past. But The Irishman is more than just a gangster flick. It's a meditation on mortality, on legacy, on the choices we make and the consequences we carry. It's a slow burn, yes, but it's a slow burn that simmers with tension, with regret. with the weight of a life lived in the shadows. And let's talk about the elephant in the room, the de-aging technology. Yeah, it was a bit jarring at first, but you know what? You get used to it. And honestly, it's a small price to pay to see these legends together again, turning back the clock and reminding us why they're the titans of their craft. But here's the real kicker. The Irishman wasn't a big-budget studio release. It was a Netflix film. That's right, folks. Streaming platforms are stepping up their game, delivering cinematic experiences that rival, even surpass, traditional Hollywood. So if you're looking for a film that's epic in scope, intimate in its character study, and visually stunning, then The Irishman is a must-watch. Chapter 4, Ford v. Ferrari. When horsepower met business savvy. Hold on to your seats, gearheads, because we're about to shift gears from the gritty underworld to the high-octane world of motorsports with our next pick, Ford v. Ferrari. This ain't just a movie for car enthusiasts. This is a story about ambition, rivalry, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. We've got Christian Bale, the chameleon himself, transforming into the fiery yet brilliant driver Ken Miles. And alongside him is Matt Damon, perfectly cast as Carroll Shelby, the visionary car designer who dared to challenge Ferrari's dominance. Ford v. Ferrari takes us behind the scenes of one of the most legendary rivalries in motorsports history. We witness the clash of titans, the corporate intrigue, the engineering marvels, and of course, the adrenaline-fueled races that kept audiences on the edge of their seats. But what makes this film truly special is its heart. Beneath the roaring engines and cutthroat competition lies a story about friendship, about passion, about the unwavering belief in one's abilities. We see the struggles of these men, the sacrifices they make, the toll it takes on their personal lives. It's a reminder that behind every great achievement lies a human story, a story of dedication, perseverance, and sheer grit. And for all you business-minded folks out there, Ford v. Ferrari offers a fascinating glimpse into the world of corporate strategy, of risk-taking, of challenging the status quo. It's a reminder that innovation often comes from thinking outside the box, from pushing the boundaries of what's possible. So, whether you're a die-hard gearhead or just someone who appreciates a well-crafted story, Ford v. Ferrari is a thrilling ride that's sure to get your engine revving. Chapter 5, Avengers Endgame, the culmination of a universe. And finally, we reach the cinematic juggernaut that smashed box office records and left audiences reeling. Avengers Endgame. This wasn't just a movie, it was an event, a culmination of a decade-long saga that captivated a generation. Endgame wasn't just a superhero movie. It was a love letter to the fans, a reward for their unwavering dedication to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It was a chance to witness the epic conclusion to storylines that began way back in Iron Man, a film that, let's be honest, no one knew would launch such a phenomenon. We laughed, we cried, we cheered as our favorite heroes assembled one last time to face their greatest challenge yet. The stakes had never been higher, the emotional investment deeper, and the payoff, oh boy, the payoff was worth every tear we'd shed along the way. Endgame showcased the power of shared storytelling, of building a universe brick by brick, film by film, until you have an interconnected tapestry of characters and storylines that resonate on a global scale. It proved that comic book movies could be more than just popcorn entertainment. They could be vehicles for exploring complex themes of loss, grief, hope, and the enduring power of friendship. The Russo brothers, the masterminds behind Endgame, crafted a film that was both epic in scope and deeply personal in its character moments. We saw our heroes at their most vulnerable, their most human, and it made their eventual triumph all the more satisfying. So, if you haven't already experienced the emotional roller coaster that is Avengers Endgame, what are you waiting for? This is a film that demands to be seen on the big screen, surrounded by fellow fans, sharing in the collective gasps, cheers, and tears. There you are, folks, a roundup of some exceptional movies from 2019. From the nostalgic streets of 1950s Hollywood to the quantum realms of the Avengers, we've journeyed through diverse narratives, each leaving a unique mark on the cinematic landscape. 2019 proved to be a year of cinematic brilliance, a testament to the power of storytelling and the magic of the big screen. We can't wait to see what the cinematic landscape has in store for us next. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out.